Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel and Angela, and on today's topic we will be talking about the narcissist and the new supply and how bad luck and karma follows them. So basically, when you meet the narcissist, if you really think about it, the relationship, everything just started going downhill after a while. I mean, it usually takes really a couple of months for you to start going through a lot of the narcissist karma. A lot of narcissists try to put everything on you. They'll tell you to drive, they'll have their own car, yet they'll tell you to drive, right? Because maybe you have a more glamorous car, a nicer car, maybe you have a foreign car, right? And as we know it, narcissists use any supply that the narcissist is around. They're using them by either what they have, the value of their things. Maybe they want, to be a part of your family because they feel like your family has, a business or has something beneficial for them. They want to be accepted into your circle. They're really thinking more about what they can get out of it for themselves in any relationship that they're in. And once they feel like they're not really able to get much from you because they feel as if maybe you don't trust them, or maybe you just, you've kind of figured out their little game where it feels like they're only there with you when you're doing really good, and when you're doing bad or you're going through an illness or a sickness, they're withdrawing away from you, or they're pretending. When I say the bad luck follows, the narcissist and the new supply, I mean just that. Just like when you were with them and it seems like everything around you started to fall apart, your relationships, your family, everything, the narcissist will make it seem as if the new supply is better than you. They're stronger than you. They have a good head on their shoulders, all of these things, right? But a lot of times the new supply is either going to be a narcissist herself, or she's going to be someone like you who was naive at, the type of person she was dealing with. A lot of times when a narcissist gets with another narcissist, the narcissist is well aware of that, and the other narcissist that they're with, they have came into an understanding of what their relationship is going to be like. And what the narcissist does is that they break off those arrangements with that narcissist that they're with, because eventually they feel like they're being controlled. So this is why the narcissist always needs an empath, because they get tired of feeling controlled by that narcissist that they're with. In order for the narcissist to have some type of control, they have to go out there and control someone like you, someone who's empathetic, someone who, who's more sensitive. And they have something to prove to that narcissist. To them, they're trying to let that narcissist that they're with know, hey, I know that we have this arrangement. I know that, I basically have to do and comply to everything that you want and make you look good and make you look like the queen that you are. I understand I got to do that. But don't you ever forget that I can also do what you're doing to me. I can do it to someone else. That's their attitude. Their attitude is, I can go out there and do what you're doing to me. I can do it to someone else. And that's how they get their power back. And not only that, but a lot of times those narcissist women, they know what the narcissist is trying to prove. They know that. They're tired of it. They understand. But to those women, to them, the reality check that they're receiving out of that transaction is, oh, it's not easy for me to get another narcissist that's going to comply to everything I tell them to do. So, they can run across another narcissist that, it would be a dream for them to just, be able to be pampered by a woman and being taken care of. They can go find someone, of course, they can go find another man. But what that narcissist woman is looking for, they're looking for loyalty. They're looking for that narcissist man to comply literally with everything that they ask for. So if they feel like, hey, I come home at 6 o'clock, I need dinner to be ready, I need my kids to, be in bed by this time. Whatever that narcissist woman wants, that's what she needs to get, when she gets home. That's what she's expecting of the narcissist. And the narcissist, they're basically letting this narcissist woman know, hey, I can do the same thing you're doing to me. I'm complying to you. But don't ever forget that I can be just like you, because I'm still a man. I still need to show you that I'm a man. And, I know that I do everything you tell me to do, but, not too many men are going to be as strong as me to allow you to be the one who wears the pants in this relationship. Not too many men are going to have dinner ready for you. That narcissist man feels like he's cooking gourmet meals for you. So he's like, not too many men are going to do this for you. Most men are going to, treat you the opposite. They're going to expect these things out of you, but instead I'm doing them for you. And, if you get rid of me, you'll have to train someone new and you'll have to start all over again. And this is why these type of people keep getting back together, because they know the type of people that they are. They know they know each other from the inside out. They know how rotten they can get. And they love playing these type of games with each other. Actually, they actually enjoy the arguments, the fights, getting back together. They enjoy all that. So when they run across an empath, it's very confusing for the empath. The empath does not understand that type of relationship. And that narcissist knows that. And that's what makes it so much funner for them. They do seek empaths. And when they seek a new empath, a new supply that doesn't really know them, doesn't know how they do things, the order of how they do things, because the narcissist feels as if, when they get with a new supply, this person's not going to figure them out. They're not going to figure out their patterns and things like that. And in actuality, people are not as dumb as the narcissist thinks. They just assume they found them a dummy because they feel as if, this person hasn't figured them out while they've been with you. So they feel as if it's going to take them longer to figure out what's going on with them. But while the new supply is trying to figure out what type of person they're dealing with, or they're trying to get information about you, their ex, the new supply is actually going to go through her little karma, or his karma, right? Meaning that they're going to start experiencing minor things like maybe the loss of a job, maybe a car accident. They're going to experience minor things, and they're going to gradually grow. It's like everything is unraveling for this new person to find out. It's like no matter how much the narcissist tries to hide it, it's just unraveling, because this is the kind of energy that the narcissist carries around. I am a true believer in karma. I am a true believer in, reaping what you sow. Sometimes, what we do with our own lives and, ignoring the red flags, being in situations where we're in so much pain and we're praying to God to take us out of these situations. And when God is taking us out of these situations, we still question why this happened to us. And a lot of times we return after we have repented, after we have promised ourselves that we won't return to these type of people that, all they do is basically hurt us, and they get off on hurting us all because they're not happy with their lives. They get off on hurting us just because they need someone who is caring, someone who's an empath, someone who is nice. They're feeding off your empathy. They don't care They'll do the most minor things for you, and they'll justify their actions just because they were nice to you a couple of times, when they know within themselves that the whole relationship was a con, right? So what I am a believer in is it's karma, getting your karma, getting what you put out, suffering the consequences of what you do, even, if it's leaving someone that was good to you, leaving them for a narcissist woman, or leaving this good person for a narcissist man, either or. I do believe in reaping what you sow, and the narcissist, has karma following him, and it follows through the new supply. And I'm a very believer in this, just because I see how the narcissist, the past supply, the people that have made contact with the narcissist, it seems like, even their friends, when the narcissist is surrounding themselves with their friends or anyone, it seems like there's always something happening. There's always a story to tell. It's like there's this energy following the narcissist, and it attacks the people around them, and it attacks their friends. This is why they have to be part of big groups, and they have to be part of a cult or a group, because they're hiding from that karma. They're hiding from that bad energy that is following them around. And a lot of times I do believe that they know that this bad energy is following them around, just because the narcissist that I was dealing with basically had told me, I don't know, I guess stuff like this just happens when people come around me. Or, yeah, you should have never been hanging around me. You should have never really met me. They'll say little things to you like they knew all of this was going to happen, not only because of their actions and their lies, but they know that there's this bad energy following them. And a lot of times when they talk about their exes and the people from their past, they'll tell you little things like, oh, my ex was supposed to be a nurse, or my ex was supposed to be this, but they're too lazy, or they're too weak. It's almost like they're letting you know exactly what type of relationship they had with these people and how they destroyed them. So sometimes they'll tell you, oh, my ex is still going to school. She's been going to school for years, for a long time. And, this is someone who is determined, while not being with that narcissist anymore, they're determined to changing their life. They're determined to moving on from what happened to them. They might have been in school and decided to go back to school, and the narcissist is still keeping tabs on them, and the narcissist does not believe in them. The narcissist, is wishing bad on them. The narcissist is wishing that, this person fails, because they know that this person's stronger now, but the narcissist, they're looking at this person like, hey, when I was with you, I destroyed you. You lost everything while being with me. You lost your home. You lost, everything that meant something to you. You lost close relationships with your family. So when they see, their past supplies moving on to other people, they see them, succeeding in life or just moving on with their life, you can tell that the narcissist is mad, mostly because they know that bad energy that they had that was gripping tight on that person, they know that it's not happening for that person. They know that they're being blessed. A lot of times you will hear, the narcissist talking about their ex and claiming how their exes, just aren't successful, or they'll talk really bad about them. And then you'll have other times where, say they have a child with someone, they'll, all of a sudden their attitude changes, and they're like, oh, one thing I can say about, the mother of my child is that she's a good mother, she's a good mom, but they were bad mouthing you the whole time, how they're not a good mother, how they always need someone to watch their kid. They'll complain about these people, yet, and talk bad about them, and talk about their success, or talk about their failures in life. And all of these things are to justify their actions and to make them feel good about themselves. It's like, how do you feel good about breaking down, the mother of your child? Like, how do you get off on that? Is it really because you hate her, or is it that you hate that you don't have access to her anymore? Because one minute they'll act like they hate this person, then they'll act like they care about this person, or they care about them as a parent because they take care of their child. Then they claim that this person doesn't allow them to see their kid. Then you really find out that it's not that, it's that the narcissist, they in order for them to be good parents, they feel like they need access to their ex, right? And that's really pretty much why they badmouth their exes and their accomplishments, and what you will see is that after a while, say if their ex, decides that she doesn't want to go up and down with the narcissist and the new supply, or she's figured out what type of person that they are, and she's not giving this person access at all. A lot of times narcissists don't want to take care of their kids when they feel like they won't get any access. Other times the narcissist will try to get access, and they'll badmouth to their kids. They'll try so bad to have a relationship with their kids just so that they can talk bad about their parents. And that also backfires on the narcissist, because especially if, this person is a full-time parent, and then you have this parent that you hardly see, and they're bad-mouthing your mother or your father, right? The narcissist is basically being put in a position where their egos are being hurt by either their exes or their new supply. So they're constantly being put on blast, right? They're constantly being belittled. They're getting narcissistic injuries. They're buying gifts to their kids. They're buying their kids, they're buying their kids gifts, and then they feel as if their kids are using them, because they feel as if, I'm buying gifts, I'm trying to show you that your mom or your dad's not a good person, and you're not falling in line with what I want you to believe, and I just bought you something. So they'll have like a hate for their own kid. They'll have a hate, some hate for the mother of their child. And it's really mostly and mainly because this person's not getting that bad luck that the narcissist was dumping on them. So it's like they're trying so hard just to get access to this person, because they know they left them in a messed up situation. They know that even when they left, they were struggling to find their sanity, and they know that they're at a point of their life where they're okay, they're okay that they're not where they want to be, but they know that they're strong enough to head towards the right direction. And the narcissist knows that. The narcissist knows that. This is why they return to exes. They return to past supplies, even when they know they're with this new supply. And when they're with this new supply, no matter what you think, this new supply is getting bad luck. They're getting all of this bad, negative karma hit, back to back. And the narcissist is looking at the supply like, your karma is just beginning. Your bad luck is just beginning. You don't even know that I'm bad luck. You don't even know that I have a hex on me. You don't even know that. And by the time you realize it, it's going to be too late. And by the time you realize it, I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to be gone. And I'm going to leave you to get yourself back together. Like, I can't help you get yourself back together because I can't even get myself together. How am I going to help you with all this bad luck that you're getting when I'm getting bad luck all the time? How can I help you when I'm trying to help myself? So if you can't help me, I have to move on to someone else, and if this person's getting bad luck, don't mind me. I'll just be back. I'll be back when when you start getting your energy back, I have this darkness around me. So when you start getting, back into being yourself and things start going good, I'll be back. I'll make my turn, back to you, but this darkness has caught up on me because, this darkness does not want me to be happy. It doesn't want me to keep hurting people, like I should have the free will to hurt people without, suffering any type of consequences for it. I should be able to hurt people without, being exposed for who I am. Why do I have to expose who I am when I'm in a new relationship? Why should I have to tell the person that I'm with about my past when I'm starting new? And they realize once that energy starts following them that energy is not going to stop until this person knows who they are. And this is why sometimes they'll even hold back from you. They'll pull away from you because they know the type of bad luck that's following you. So when the narcissist when they're with this new supply, you guys, most likely this person's going to start losing friendships, relationships. Most likely they're going to start getting in car accidents. They might end up without a car, and the narcissist, they're going to feel like the narcissist is obligated to drive them around or to do favors for them. They're going to feel obligated, just for that narcissist to simply, be there for them because that's who they're in a relationship with. And, it's sad because, the narcissist will show minimum care for what they're going through. They'll listen to them, but in their head, they're thinking, oh, your bad luck's starting. Oh, you think things are ugly now? They're going to get worse. They'll even give you the heads up sometimes. Like, I don't know why people around me always go through these weird things. Or sometimes they'll even say that you're the one with bad luck. They'll be like, you have bad luck. And you're thinking to yourself, like, I've never been through these situations until I met you. Like, never. And the narcissist has been through these situations over and over again, but yet they're trying to dump this bad luck on you. They're trying to dump this bad luck on the new supply. They're telling the new supply that, anytime something bad is happening or they're getting into an accident, they're telling the new supply, oh, that's because you drive too fast. That's because you don't pay attention. You don't pay attention to the fact that I'm a narcissist with a bad spirit, with bad energy. The narcissist is trying to dodge their karma. And what makes it worse about them trying to dodge their karma is that, they're not apologetic. They have no remorse. They're not asking for forgiveness. They're not asking the universe to forgive them. So it's almost like they're telling the universe, like, oh, you want to hit me harder. See if you can get me this time. It's almost like they're in a competition with the universe because they believe that they're God themselves, so just be careful, and understand that narcissists do this to everyone. They ruined everyone, even when they don't want to. When they really want to be happy, say they went through so many relationships, right? And they're like, I'm tired of being a narcissist to people and being, I'm tired of going through the ups and downs. And, I know I made a lot of bad mistakes. I know I shouldn't have treated people this way, but I finally found the perfect supply, because this is how they feel every time they get with someone. I finally found the perfect supply. This is going to go great. This is going to be perfect. And this person might be everything the narcissist wanted. And this person might feel like the narcissist is everything that they wanted in a person. But the problem is that things are going to transpire, like the same events, the same things that the narcissist did to other people to hurt them, whether it's a miscarriage in my case, right? All of these things that I went through, other people that were with this type of person went through. All of those things are going to follow them to that relationship that they're in. And that person is going to have to suffer and experience those same events that happen with other people, because history repeats itself, right? So you have to determine how you want your life to go by making the right choices for your future, because history is going to repeat itself. So when the history starts to repeat itself and the narcissist is watching the new supply that they care about so much, supposedly, right, go through these things, the narcissist is not going to have a choice but to think back to someone else, and they're going to think, wow, this happened to someone that I was with. This happened to another supply of mine. They're going to be reminded through that new supply, all of these events that new supply goes through, and it's going to turn them off. It's going to throw them off, and it's going to turn them off, and they're going to start looking at this new supply like, like they're weak almost. And this new supply is like, what are you talking about? I'm just going through these things. These are normal things. What are you talking about? And the narcissist is like, nope, I'm being tormented. I'm being reminded of my past. I'm reliving my past with you, and they start treating the new supply like they've always known them, when this person is practically new. They're treating the new supply like they've always known them, yet this person is practically new. And now this is where the challenge starts. Is the narcissist going to be there for them? Are they going to treat them the way they treated you? And a lot of times the narcissist feels like they have something to prove, so they'll try to treat this new person different from you, only to make you jealous and make you believe that they've changed. The problem is that they still have no empathy. They're still not apologetic for what they did to you. They're only worried about themselves and their new situation. So what continues to happen is that person that they're with keeps getting that bad luck over and over and over again, until either that person tells themselves, this narcissist is filled with bad luck. Like, what is the coincidence of this happening to us? Like, this is a small world. They're going to go through situations where they're like, this is a small world, until eventually, the narcissist is going to be forced to leave them, because now they're trying to prove to themselves that this relationship is different, that they start to lose themselves. Now they're in the situation that you were in. They've lost themselves, and now that they've lost themselves, that new supply has found something in someone else the same way that they did, and now they get their karma. So they're thinking to themselves, I spent so much time trying to prove that this relationship wasn't like my last relationships, and now this person did to me what I've done to other people. And that's how the cookie crumbles for them and the new supply. So sometimes it takes the new supply a while to figure it out, because they don't want to believe that karma from the narcissist's past is following them, or that the narcissist is lying to them, and that's why they keep experiencing bad karma. But eventually, the universe will have it to where they either bump into their past supplies, or they start to see that what the narcissist was saying about other people was not accurate, and eventually everything changes. Things change. So this video is just for you guys to understand what really happens with karma and with the narcissist's new supply. It's all fun and games. In the end, when they're dumping that negative energy on you, it's all fun and games then, right? And you're getting it the worst, because what's going on, and they're almost putting a spell on you. They're like putting their hocus pocus on you, right? Until finally you're okay with them leaving, because that this darkness that's taking over your life, it's too dark, and it's turning you into a dark person. So whether they leave you or you leave them, you become okay with it, until finally you're kind of like, you start to second guess yourself on what happened, or if it was worth it. But you knew the energy was really bad, and while you were getting that bad energy, the narcissist was able to hide behind the new supply. Now, once you're gone, they think that they really believe that that energy is not going to follow them with this new person, because they feel like they've learned the game so good and so accurately that they feel that this new person's not going to figure them out, because they're going to change their whole identity to fit that new person's identity. This is why you'll see that their personality changes, the way they dress changes, the way they make faces change. Everything starts to change because they've been hanging out with someone else, someone new. And a lot of times when they get this snobby attitude about them, it's really that new supply's attitude that's rubbing off on them, and they're projecting that onto you. So they're getting that, cockiness and that projection from the new supply, and then they're dumping it on you. The new supply is treating them like they should be happy to be with them, and then they're treating you like you should be happy to be with them. So they start to really feel superior to you, when in actuality, everything that they're doing is based on a lie. So, understand that this bad luck that the narcissist has will follow them around and the people around them. And if any of their exes tried to interfere with you, and they didn't want to fully move on, because sometimes they try, even their exes or the mother of their child, sometimes they want to defend the narcissist, knowing what type of person the narcissist is. And when they do that, they're losing points. They're actually pulling themselves back into the narcissist's web of lies. And even if you're not around them, that person is getting their karma, because they should know better by now who the narcissist is. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope you guys could learn from this, and how bad luck works when you're dealing with these type of people. So if you are surrounding yourself with a friend, family member, relationship, spas, whatever, and you start to notice that you're getting a lot of bad luck, you have to question these relationships, because even if these people might have not done anything to you, just like when the narcissist meets the new supply, you have to question why this is happening, because the energy does not die. It's very real. Energy doesn't die. This is why if the narcissist wants that bad luck to stop following them, they need to really be apologetic to the people that they've hurt, but they don't have that in them. So this is why they'll be tormented in that darkness for a very long time. So, I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of light, and lots of peace. I hope that this video was helpful for your healing. And I will be talking to you guys on the next video. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to share this video if you care. And let me know if you guys have any experiences like that when you just barely met the narcissist. If you started to notice in the beginning of your relationship that there was a shift, because we all know it ends really badly and ugly, right? But do you guys notice the shift that happens in your life in the beginning? Do you guys actually notice that things are happening to you that they seem like normal things that would happen to anyone, but it just happens too much. And if it doesn't happen to you, it's happening to the narcissist. Like, it's happening to both of you. You guys are both going through identical things almost, because you're sleeping with this person. So if you guys have experienced something like that, or if you guys have experienced, the narcissist with other people that they talk bad about, if you realize that there was some animosity there towards those people, and then eventually when those people separated themselves from the narcissist and started doing better for themselves, all of a sudden the narcissist acts like they've always believed in that person. They might talk about their friends, their exes, how weak they were, and all of a sudden when these people are not around the narcissist, their life is getting better, their life is changing for the better. But the moment that they come and they try to keep contact with the narcissist, or they're trying so hard to be back friends with the narcissist, or they're trying so hard for their children to interact with their narcissist parent, and then all of a sudden they don't understand why they're getting bad luck, because they feel like it's the natural thing to do, to bring your kids around their parent. That's natural. But if you're dealing with a narcissist person, you're putting your kids in a position where they're going to be mentally and physically hurt. And if you're putting your children to get abused mentally, then you're going to get the karma for that too, because it's your job to protect your children. And you can't use, oh, that's their parent as an excuse, because some narcissists rape their own children. Some narcissists are perverts. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of bad energy, and you have to be mindful that, when you had a kid, you made a choice to have a kid by someone who you knew wasn't a good person. You had a lot of red flags, and you might feel like, well, hey, I didn't know they were a narcissist, but once you realize that they were, you can't sit there and keep trying to bash them for being a bad father and keep forcing a relationship that they don't really want, or they choose that they want a relationship. They're trying to yo-yo your kid the way they yo-yoed you. So it's your job to be mindful of those things and be mindful of bad luck and karma. You might let your children go over there, and your children are coming back home crying, or telling you that their father or their mother did something off, something that hurt them, and you try to ignore it. Or your kid comes home and they tell you that a family member connected to the narcissist, the grandparent or someone else made them cry, and you're just like getting information, but you're not doing anything about it. You're just allowing your kid to go get abused by either the narcissist or the people that are surrounded by those narcissists. So it's your job to keep yourself and your family safe, and not worry about the narcissist and the new supply. They'll do things to make you jealous. They'll bring your children around the new supply. They'll try to make your kids run back and tell you, oh, daddy has a girlfriend, mommy has a boyfriend. All those things are to mess with your head. The narcissist is never truly happy. So I hope this video was helpful, you guys. Subscribe, like, share, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.